Hello, Jonathan.
Hey Tim, how are you?
I'm pretty good.
How's 72nd scale treating you these days?
It's treating me pretty good. It's kind of small, but it is refreshing to build because it's I'm comfortable with it.
No kidding. Well on the way to my World War I, guys.
Yeah, I got a couple of World War I kits I'm doing, and I'm almost ready to decorate.
Yeah, I finished one, and I don't know what else I'm going to start next. I discovered paper models,
Oh.
card paper models, and they have like thousands of World War I 72nd scale.
72nd scale?
72nd scale.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like Handley Page 1/72nd scale, like giant.
Yeah. Send me the link to that. I'm curious because I picked up one of those simple F86 kits, if you will, paper kit at one of the shows because they were giving them away. And I've never built it, but it's one of those things where it looks like I could royally screw it up.
Well, I was looking for a hanger, and that's what I found. There's my hanger.
Oh, yeah.
72nd scale.
Now, did you print that out yourself, or did you have them mail it to you?
No, I printed it out. Yeah, just go online and Google paper card models, and there's millions of them.
Paper card models.
Yep. And then you just got to start looking. There's World War I, World War II. I'll give you one web page called Fiddler's Green.
I've heard that one. Fiddler's Green.
Yeah. That's where I found this canvas hanger.
I must have gone there before because yeah, it looks like I looked at a JU52 on Fiddler's Green.
Well, I'm working on a Hansa Brandenburg 29, the seaplane now. I just started one today. We'll see if that gets beyond the crumble it up phase stage or not.
Yeah, that's one you could take a match to it and be done fairly quickly.
Light a match and throw it, and realistic crash.
Yeah.
There's, any kind of boat and ship. You can get the HMS Victory in paper. It's crazy.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And it's funny because I started looking at these, and then the following weekend, my wife and I were down in Leonardtown at an antique place that was having an open house, and I saw a 4-foot paper Titanic.
In Leonardtown?
Yeah. It was at an antiques place at a flea market thing. The 4 feet of paper Titanic. It was something.
Yeah. Holy cow. Boeing 40 mail plane. It doesn't say what scale these things are. I guess that whatever fits on the scale is whatever fits on the page.
Some of them will say WSAM on there, and that's world's smallest aircraft museum. And he tells you what, like if it's like that, it's like 69 WSAM, what to do to make it 72 scale.
Oh, so it's, yeah.
You print it at a different ratio, but some of them are on there as 72 scales. And if not his site, just Google that 72 scale paper models. There's tons of them.
Yeah, personally, I think before I try a 72nd scale World War I think I'd want to try my hand at a whatever scale it is, because I'm looking at the first one, a DH4, and it's 1 page of instructions and 2 pages of
cutout.
One of which you have to repeat because they only give you the left. Actually, you repeat it 3 times. They only give you the lower wing, I guess. So they don't give you the upper, whatever Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Maybe that's.
I printed out an R2D2, which is about 8-9 inches tall. And it's like 15 pages because you laminate pieces together because pieces actually slide and articulate on the R2D2.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I'm gonna have to try one of these. Yeah, there's the WSAM Explained.
yeah. If you sign up, you get 3 free ones from him.
Yeah.
And it's weird because people donate money to his site, so he just gives you credit.
Oh, right.
Like I got $20 worth of credit for nothing, just for being a nice guy, I guess, when he doesn't know me too well.
That's amazing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try something.
But here's the hanger built.
Oh, you already built it?
I built another one. Yeah, I printed 2 out. So it looks huge, but then my little Albatross fits right in there.
In 72nd scale or 48?
72nd scale.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have to have an airdrome
Yeah,
here.
and that was on
Fiddler's Green. It's not one of the freebies, but he just gave it to me.
Yeah, so this is one of the I guess it's English. Manor houses, bank, village.
It's listed under buildings, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking under buildings. They got a railroad station.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a boat. They got a lobster boat.
They got the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. I mean, they got, it's crazy.
You got the Tower Bridge.
And every single lighthouse you could ever imagine. Every single lighthouse you can imagine.
They got an Airstream camper.
Yeah, and there's some that, like, I mean, you can get like Nightmare on Elm Street masks, you know, just do up for yourself or whatever, Freddy Krueger masks and all.
Right.
It's really interesting. There's a ton of stuff out there. I never thought of it until I started looking for this stupid hanger.
Yeah. So does he doesn't have a search function, does he?
Not really, no.
And that was Fiddler's Green. Oh, there's search.
Oh,
Tiny little window.
oh, World War I canvas hanger.
P-82. He's got tanks.
Oh, there's websites with Tim 72nd scale trucks, World War I trucks.
Right.
Like, but you got to do like 8 layers to laminate the tires and stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. They did a search on hanger, and of course, what comes up is nothing. Canvas. Let's see what that is.
It may be under World War I aircraft too, at the bottom.
Yeah, I'm going to look down there.
I mean, I can always print them, send you the PFD too, or the PDF. I can send you a PFD, but you're not going to get much use out of it.
No, I wouldn't.
So that's the Hansa Brandenburg right there.
Oh, there's the hangar. Yeah, it's a tent hangar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's under the World War I aircraft section.
It's the name of personal flotation device.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to join these guys just to give it a shot.
It's some interesting stuff. And it doesn't cost nothing.
Right.
I mean, rockets, all the US space stuff is
Yeah,
out there,
aerospace.
but not on his. But I mean, there's some devoted to the really beautiful scale models of the Saturn V. I mean, big ones.
Oh, right, yeah. He's got a space shuttle.
There's shuttles with the launch unit, the whole deal out. I mean, it's just crazy what's available. I don't know. It's something interesting. You know, you can afford to buy something you would not normally get, knowing that you can just wad it up and throw it away if it doesn't work. Or you can wait and pay Bill Brierton $1 for it.
Right. Now, what do we got? 8 folks?
Hmm.
Well, anybody got anything they want to announce?
Not really.
Well, in that case, Jonathan, why don't you go first?
Uh-oh. All right, I just put, all right. Okay, well, I'm working on World War I stuff. So I just finished an Albatross here. Let me hold it up against the backdrop. This is a Revel of Germany, Albatross D3. I hope you can see it. I can't see what I'm doing here, but
Looks nice.
Looks good.
yeah, it's
Yeah, it looks
one of
good
the
from
first, it's finally I rigged one. So it's all rigged.
It looks
with a
better. I see
visible
better.
thread. Really nice little model, except for the fact that when you put all the struts on one wing and go to put the other wing on it, and you glue it all together, the wing comes out about 3 degrees off. It's true. So I literally had to saw the V off of one of the V's and shave it down and move it back a bit. But once I got past that, everything went fine. It was, again, the kit decals, they're cartographs. And so it's a Werner Voss airplane. I've also got a triplane of his that'll be coming, so you can see 2 of his that he flew. And of course, I was telling Tim, I was looking for a hangar to put these in, and I discovered paper models. So now you have the airplane and you have the hangar. Oops, sorry.
Sweet.
So I finally found my hangar. It's the type of hangar that all the sizes used during World War I, the Germans, British. There's pictures of the German planes under them. And they literally, you download them like this and cut them out and build them. Yeah, pretty fun. Something different. Right now I'm working on this plane, which I also printed out in a building. I got the fuselage started, and also in 72nd scale. So we'll see if this gets past the build it or crumple it up phase. So it's I just discovered paper models. If you haven't seen them and are interested in trying weird stuff, there's everything you can imagine out there. I've got R2D2s, all manner of things. So everything from the Wright brothers on up to space shuttles. But that's about all I got. Working on some more World War I stuff. Okay, Tim, I cede my time to Joe.
You cede your time to Joe?
I don't know.
Hi.
He always cedes his time to everybody. I thought I'd be nice tonight.
Well, it's not like I have a lot to say tonight, but
No, I didn't mean to.
You're up, Joe.
okay. Well, I've
it's official.
that was Big Skyhawk here that I'm playing with. It's got some primer on it. I got to go and put. Had to do some seam work, so I can touch up the white again. Then I've got to paint a bunch of yellow on it before I can mask it for the markings. I've got a wild hair up my butt to try and paint all the Blue Angel markings on it, except for like the guy's name and the badge and the McDonnell Douglas logo on it. We'll see how it works out. But that, and then I've got the little short nose tiger that I'm working on also. That's going to be another Blue Angel. So that's what I've got going on.
All right, cool.
We're still doing the those Sunday night build sessions on Zoom. If anybody's interested, just shoot me an email or whatever, and I'll forward you the meeting number and such. That's what I've got. I will yield the rest of my time to whoever's next.
All right. And Joe, the Zoom session on Sundays, that's about the group build for the, what is it, a Tamiya Wildcat?
Well, that's what it started as, but that's kind of wrapping up. So it's kind of moving on to well, not really sure what it's moving on to. Whether they're going to try and decide on another kit to build the same kit group build on, or if it's just going to be kind of a free for all and just sign in and work on something and chat, which is kind of my preference, and that's what I'm intending to do. So it's a lot like what we do when we get together at somebody's house, sit and build and talk. It's just done on Zoom.
All right, cool. And of course, there's no reason why we couldn't, do that with these things and do one of these
That's
on
true.
a Saturday or a Sunday and just have it up while folks are building.
Yeah, and just chat and share information and techniques or whatever.
Yeah, I know Vince wants everybody to start getting back together at somebody's house, but not everybody may be able to participate in that.
Well, I'm game for that to get depending on when it is.
Right. Yeah, typically that would be on a Saturday. Unless.
Well, my Saturdays will start being freer again in a couple of weeks. So.
Yeah. All right, cool. Okay, Phil, you're up.
Hey everybody, how you doing?
Hey, Phil.
Just real quick, I got some work done on the armored car, and I got the recesses in between the wheels, and just kind of loosely fit the gun barrel in there, and there'll be a muzzle that goes on the end, but still a lot of work to do on it. But that's where it stands right now. So, but on to the next person.
All right, cool. Let's see, Steve, you're going to be up next.
All right. Yeah, right now, determining what the build for next month's theme. But in the meantime, I've been building engines for different cars. One here's the that's one out of the 24 scale Revel 57 Chevy. Just barely started on that. Got the halves together, and this one had separate bell housing and transmission. So I got those on. Seems taken care of. Yeah, the second one here is Pontiac engine for 80 Firebird I'm restoring. Model kit, old MPC kit. Yeah, I got this in the mail last week. Found parts for it. And here's another MPC engine, a 427 Chevy, which I'm going to put on in that 69 Camaro I've been working on. And this would be a Hemi engine for 68 Roadrunner. I got a bunch of parts off eBay, and I've been working on one of those as well. Stripping paint off the parts. That one's coming together. Then finally, this is last engine. This is off of another AMT 63 Corvette. Gonna be the drag car. And as far as I've gotten on that engine. Yeah, soon I'll be ready to put all those in primer. But other than that, that's all I have for this week.
How much aftermarket have you bought, as in distributors, wires, looms, pulleys, cables? How much aftermarket have you bought for those
I've
engines?
bought a pack so far. Not sure which one I'll put it in yet, but I'm hoping to be able to wire these up. It would be the first ones I'm wiring up.
There you go. Got to let your ASM work.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it, Steve?
That's all I have, yes.
Michael Campbell, you are up next.
Good evening, everyone. Good to have the meetings going once again. Months or so ago, I reported that I'd run across a picture my father had taken during World War II. We'll see if you can see this thing, of a Jag Panzer IV L-48. And it's shown up in various publications, but there's a cat in England that actually built this thing about 10 years ago, and he researched exactly where it was located. And it turns out it is sitting in front of number 52 Rue de Mar, Vegas, Normandy, France, which I thought was kind of interesting. Here's what it looks like on Google today, which is just about what it looked like during World War II. And the time frame, based on having gone through his work diary, in that he was in the ops section of an engineer regiment, did a lot of road reconnaissance work, would have placed it there between 10 and 22 August of 1944. And this all is located down on the southern part of the move across France, where the Third Army was chasing the Germans back to the east, and this was below the Falsays Gap area. Hadn't built a tank in over 50 years. We'll see what this turns out to be. That's what I've got tonight. And move on to the next guy.
Thanks. I think I'm going to go next. All right, in the World War I vein, I'm working on a couple of aircraft, a Eindecker. This is an Airfix kit, and so that's one I'm working on, and this is where I am with it. It goes together real well. I'm trying to figure out where to put the wires. They give you a wiring diagram, and which is pretty detailed, and rigging diagram, if you will. And they even, I think they even tell you how long to cut each of the wires. So that'll be interesting to give a try. Similar to their Gladiator, they provide all of that. I had to clean up. I was about ready to, I had my magnifiers on trying to figure out where to drill a hole. and realized I could see a blemish. So I cleaned that up, and it feels smooth. I need to repaint it, prime and paint. Everything kind of clicks in, so it's going together quite well. And then the other one I'm working on is a Edouard D8, and this one is actually it's further along than this guy is. The fuselage is ready for decals. The wing is ready for decals, and the rest of the little parts, this is all going to be decaled. That's why it's got a white base. This is going to have a big old cross on it, I think, if I remember right. Yeah, that's got a big old cross on it. The cowling still needs to be painted, but it's going to have a big decal on it, and this is going to be decaled on both sides. That's why it's only primed. I need to paint the tires because, again, everything's a decal. This is one of those classic, everything's a decal. So all of the lozenge stuff and the different markings are all decaled on. So the only thing you have to paint is the basic olive drab that doesn't get a decal, which is the decking up front and the wing upper and lower. And of course, the best part of this model, and I say that tongue in cheek, is the cotton picking fret of photo etch that comes with it, and all the struts are photo etch.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see how that goes together. I do have a package of strut material that I have got handy in here in my drawer, so that if I need to, I can throw this out and just measure and use that instead. We'll see how that goes.
Hey, Tim,
Yeah.
for what it's worth, thin brass strip is useful for making struts also.
Right. Yeah, I mean, this stuff is pretty stiff. I don't think it's brass.
It's steel.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it probably is, but I mean, I primed it and painted it, and hopefully it'll go on. I mean, the whole, I got the cockpit masked, but the entire cockpit was built up. That's what this big hole here was the cockpit that folded. And I mean, you literally build the entire cockpit out of photo etch. I mean, that's what it looks like. And that was easily the first 2 to 3 nights of work. And then the plastic was the easy part. I mean, that took me an afternoon, and it was ready for paint. And I'm just building up the courage to start, once I know it's all smooth and cured, to start putting decals on, and then it'll start coming together. And then the last thing is I'm making progress on my Azzarona, and obviously I've got the deck painted. I tried masking some of the individual planks, and unfortunately the difference in coloring between my two deck tans was so minor that I couldn't see it. It upset me so much that I just said to heck with it. I'm not going to mess with it. And I started, I thought about masking off all of the deck furniture, but then I realized that's going to be a lesson in futility. So I decided to just hand paint. And so far it seems to be coming out pretty well. I'm just moving nice and slow. I'm using the scaled colors. It's a new paint that I got at Telford. And it's this stuff, and it's an alcohol based. And I'm taking some good notes because I'm kind of trying to kind of write up a review. The red is a whole red that came from them, and it's this color. And I painted this 4 days ago, and it's still not cured. It's still sticky. It's like almost like an enamel, even though it's an alcohol-based paint. It's a lot like Tamiya in terms of how it paints, how it reacts to different things, thinners, if you will. Although it does not like a lacquer thinner at all. But yeah, it's still tacky after what, 4 days, 3 days? Anyway, she looks good otherwise. Come together slow. And with that, I'll turn it over to somebody else.
Hey, Tim.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, there's a guy on one of the modeling boards that I'm on who's actually working on the Titanic, and to do the boards on the deck, he actually used colored pencils to slightly offset some of the boards and stuff. It actually looks really good.
Colored pencil.
Yeah, just colored pencils. I don't know if they were like, shading pencils or what, but that's what he did for the Titanic.
Yeah.
Maybe the Prismacolor pencils.
Yeah, I've got a whole slew of Prismacolor pencils that I'll look at those because I know there's some brown and some other colors in there. I'll give those a try. Got nothing to lose at this point. I mean, it is just an Arizona kit, right?
Yeah.
Revel, Arizona, although so far it's got an awful lot of work into it. But yeah, I'll take a look at that Prismacolor.
Yeah, it's much better than out of the box, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, so far it is. All right, let's see, who's next? Paul, you're up next.
Hey, everyone. Haven't seen you in a minute. A few projects on my desk, on my bench, rather. I got a 1/48 scale Hasegawa F15 that I haven't touched in about 2 months. I'm near the home stretch of a Tamiya GT1 race car, which is an endurance car. Haven't touched that in about 3 or 4 weeks. And that one only needs about 2 hours work left on it and it's done. And the reason why, and you've heard me say this before, I'm in love with this 1/32 scale Corsair kit. I mean, it's just lovely. And I just got finished about a few days ago, the whole entire cockpit assembly. So let's see if we can show you that. Here we go. I don't know if you can see this okay. My first stab at HGW belts, couldn't be more happy with them. Way better than I think the photo etch fret that came with the kit. Barracuda, can you see that all right? Barracuda placards on all the little dials. Okay, can you see that? Anyway, maybe I'll lay it down. The instrument panel is like decals that you plug in from the back. That came out pretty nice. And I just took some diluted Tamiya clear orange to spray the dials, just to give it a little bit of weathering effect. Weathering products I use is Flory Wash with a lot of water, just kind of give it that dust kind of bit, and also some of this wash here, kind of a sandy effect. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? It's really thrilled with the way it came out. Next is going to be some of the cockpit sidewalls and some of the detail there, and also rear wheel bays, and then closing up the fuselage, and then getting the engine and cowling work together. So yeah, just one assembly done since the last time I saw you, but trust me when I tell you, a lot of detail and time went into this thing. Yeah, that's what I got. Next. You there?
Yeah, I'm there.
All right.
Rildo, you're up.
Hey, what's up? Hear me?
In and out, man.
Not much going on over here. I've been working on the M48 scale little drones. Fun little kits go together. There's only like 2 sprues in the whole box, and one of them is the the dolly or the trailer that they sit on.
Is that the new ICM kit?
Yeah,
Yeah, they look
yeah,
good.
it's not bad. So I got that one, and I'll be putting the deck.
Is that the one with the smiley face on it?
What's that?
The one with the funny looking face on it?
Yeah, that's one of the options. That one. But yeah, that's like one of the first. That was like the prototype one that you can do. That's pretty much it, man. Just been working on those, trying to get those done. And that is all. I will give up my time.
Your time.
Yep.
Okay, well, next is going to be uneven surface.
I keep forgetting to change that. Still working on the Tamiya F4B, trying to do the conversion into the F110, which was just a couple loaned F4Bs. Am I coming on?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So I got the flying Leatherneck M80 Mark 82s, which have beautiful little lugs that fit right into the Edward Brazen MERS and TERS, and got them all painted. There was some PR shots. The Air Force like to paint their bombs neon orange. Got them all lined up, all ready to go. Yeah, it basically slowed down the kit quite a bit, and then realized when I looked at the picture that the lugs are mounted so that the fins are at 45 degrees to the lug, but the Air Force mounted the fins perpendicular. So I had to take off the beautiful little lugs that they molded on and drill little holes to get them to line up. I don't know if that was an Air Force thing or that was a 1960s thing. So that was ridiculous work. And I decided before I did that, I made a little jig for all the little bomb shackles. Or I used the mirror as a jig for the bomb shackles. I got them stuck on there with a little bit of glue, and then I would put the bomb on to make them straight. So that was all squared away just before I found out that the bobs were oriented wrong. So those had to be snapped off. So I'm finally ready to put those together and get the whip, because I thought I heard somebody say it's a good idea to do the weapons first. So it was that turns out that I may never get the model done. But the model, you know, as everybody knows, goes together well. I just decided to slow things down with the weapons. So that's it. I did have a question. We were, when is the PAXCON? Is that 22 or 23?
23.
23. Okay.
Yep.
So-
Odd years only.
Okay. All right. That's it for me. Thanks.
All right. Hey, Victor, it's been decades since I've messed with ordnance and worked with a gunner. But I seem to remember that when the bombs were on the MERS and TERS, that the orientation of the fins, that was easily changeable with just a number of screws, but it depended on the aircraft. And
Okay.
it's not an Air Force Navy thing. It's a aircraft unique, and it had to do with release of and behavior of the bomb when it was released from the MER or the TER.
Okay. Well, I guess the good news is if anybody does get the flying Leatherneck Mark 82s, they go right in without any alteration to the Edward Brazen, the newer, improved MERS and TERS. So. Thank you.
Cool. Yes, sir. All right, Alaska, you're up next.
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Good.
It's been a while, haven't talked to you. Fill you in on all the latest that's going up here. I stopped and got me a small coffee. This is Alaska small, by the way. You can't swing a dead cat in this town without hitting a coffee place. It's even worse than Seattle. But anyway, good news is my household goods have arrived in Alaska. Bad news is they won't deliver them for 2 more weeks, but hey, that's standard. I was kind of really pissed at the moving company for not delivering it until I went and had some work done on my truck to winterize it. I was talking to the guy about snow tires. Long story short, I asked him what the difficulty was in getting tires right now. And he said, at this moment, we know there are 10 40-foot containers sitting on the pier in Anchorage full of tires that we cannot deliver. There's nobody to unpack them, to send them off to the distribution centers, to send them off to the tire companies. And he said, the tire companies are running out of tires. And I went, okay, I'm not so pissed at North American Van Lines now. But good news is, got a message this morning from North American Van Lines, and they're going to deliver my stuff on the 8th of October. So I will get back to some kind of normalcy. Wanted to tell you all a little bit about the club up here. We got some really great modelers. They build everything from armor, ships, sci-fi, Gundams. We got some armored guys that are just out of this world. There's a young man that builds Gundams, and he hand paints everything. And OMG, just phenomenal. He gets this Gundam done. He's working on it right now. I'll send y'all some pictures of it, but it's incredible. But I wanted to tell you about their meetings. I will never complain about a Southern Maryland meeting again. The way they run their meetings is they start around the room. There's only 8 to 10 guys that show up for this thing. They start going around the room and you can talk about anything. And then after they've done that, then they go to the guy, whoever he decides to start first, and they talk about their products. 20 to 25 to 30 minutes. And it's like, come on, guy, just step it up. But it is what it is. So it gets on to like 10, 10:30 at night. Second thing I want to talk to y'all about is, have y'all heard of this YouTube channel called Plasmo? Plasmo?
Yes.
You haven't gone to YouTube and checked this guy out. His name is David Nanaki or Denki or something like that.
David Demek.
Demek. He's out of Czechoslovakia or something.
Guy's amazing.
He is phenomenal. And in his videos, he shows you the techniques. His 1/48 scale Stomovic, incredible. Cam, I thought of you because if you haven't looked at his 700 scale Yamada, it's unbelievable. The painting and the extra detail. A 1/72 scale Chernobyl diorama. And he shows you the techniques. There's no just, hey, this happened, magic. But if you want to check this out, it's on YouTube. It's called Plasmo, Plasmo. Man, it is, and he's got like 200 videos. So, and it covers everything: motorcycles, sci-fi, aircraft, ships, automobile, armor. The guy is incredible. But other than that, hey, it's good seeing y'all. We're doing well up here. We did get snow. It's the first time in something like 45 years that we got snow this early. And what's really weird was where I'm at, we got 3 to 4 inches. Southeast Anchorage got 14.5 inches. West of Seward Highway, they got nothing. Absolutely nothing. And we got inundated. So it's really weird. But I'm living a life up here. Hopefully I'll get my stuff and have my tools, have my shop built. I'll start modeling again, hopefully sometime around Christmas. But in that, hey, it's good seeing you guys. Y'all take care.
Cool. Thanks, Mike. All right, Jeff Cook, you're up.
Well, greetings from my dining room on my laptop because my desktop downstairs shit. So the good news is the hard drive is intact. It's a short somewhere between the motherboard and the power supply and the USB ports. So the fan kicks on and immediately kicks off. You unplug it, plug it back in. So the good news is that my hard drive's not dead. So I bought a box to plug in the hard drive to once I take it out of the machine. And I bought this full-blown gaming desktop, full-size tower. So I'll be spending the weekend getting that ready to go. As far as modeling, let's see if I can get this.
Oh, yeah.
I dusted off we had a Battle of Britain build started. And so I figured I'd dust off the machines for the Hurricane group build and make Tim happy Spitfire. And I had a 109 there. So I'm starting to mask the windows, do the primer. So they're just about ready for paint. But IT is going to be my my problem in the next few days. So
Commodore 64. It's about time.
what's that?
It's about time you upgraded that Commodore 64.
I still didn't hear you very well.
That's okay. Never mind.
It's a I just bought this thing over Evil Bay, and I'll take my SATA hard drive out of the other machine, copy the data over to the big thing over here, and I'll still have to reload Windows. I'll still have to reload Office because I bought the demo that was in the exchange. So one last, special buy thing, and it was the last one left. So 1 terabyte SDD drive. So I'll probably get another SATA drive to throw in there and use it for all my files, for all my modeling stuff that I've copied. And anyway, so IT. But I should be able to run. I checked with my son. I made sure that I got a graphics card that's got enough juice to run Microsoft Flight Simulator. So there you go.
The new one, 2020?
What's that?
The new one, the 2020?
Yes. It's got enough horsepower to run the newest version of Microsoft Flight Simulator, which my son's already downloaded because he's got it on his Game Pass. So I'll be able to use his Game Pass on this box and fiddle around with Flight Simulator. So that's kind of cool. That's it for me.
All right, cool. All right, next is going to be Whitey. However, I'll want to let Darren know that he's got a low battery. All right, Whitey, you're up.
Jesus, Darren.
Hey, what's up? All I got going on is that tornado still. I just glued the nose strut on it about 10 minutes ago, so it's just sitting to dry.
Man, that tornado needs to be done.
You tell me, man. Yeah, I'm right there. I mean, it's just all the fiddly bits. I got a whole, fuel tanks, ordnance, what have you, landing gear doors, all painted, all ready to get on there. But today was getting the landing gear on, and so I got that, and it's it's getting there. But yeah, that's it. That's all I'm in work on. Well, I do have I missed the Bandai thing last meeting by a few days, but Star Wars stuff. So
Better late than never.
almost done with that thing. Close on that too. So a bunch of close stuff, but nothing finished. So that's all I got going on.
I think that's the same story with most of us, right?
Yeah.
Seems like it.
All right. Okay, with that, it's Darren.
And
Darren,
And he went dark.
Jesus, man.
turn the lights out, man. I mean, I saw that it was low battery, but I didn't realize your lights were tied to the battery.
He's in stealth mode.
Ooh.
My God, it's like two monkeys fucking a football.
GoPro.
If he'd pay his
Yeah,
bill,
man.
There he is.
all that so I could come over here and say, I ain't got nothing.
Come on, man.
I tell. I
Roll
don't
your
have anything,
A4.
nothing to report.
All right.
No A4?
Yeah, I mean, I've got that, but hell, I mean, it is where it was. It's
Yeah.
just I did. All right. So I did. I don't know. I put it online too, but I couldn't stand the decals on the intakes. So
Yeah.
I took and I sanded all the, masked it off, sanded them down, and resprayed the intakes to, so it's, it's getting there slow. I'm not gonna lie. I'm in no big hurry. So I'm just kind of tinkering with it a little bit at a time, and kind of, I don't know, stalled out a little bit. Work has been kind of busy, and slowly getting back into it. We have our group build fixing to start. I don't know if y'all saw that online or not. So get your A4s ready. We're kicking that off on October 2nd. Yep, Saturday. Well, Saturday. We announce it officially in the release tomorrow. So what we did is we started a Facebook group that is the Model Geeks A4 group build. So it'll all be dumped in there. And then once NATS happens in next year, that group will be locked down and it'll be over. But we'll ask everybody that's going to go to nationals next year to bring their A4. We're going to put it into the group category. So it'll all be all the A4s. That would be pretty cool.
What scale?
Any scale.
Any scale?
Any
kit?
scale.
Any scale?
Any kit. Yes, sir. Any scale, any kit.
Where's the Nationals at next year?
Omaha.
Omaha.
Omaha. Yep. That's Peyton Manning's favorite place, right? Omaha. Anyway.
Darren, I meant to ask you, you had posted on Facebook that you'd gone out to San Diego, and were you there when that earthquake hit?
No.
Nope, you just missed it.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, no,
You.
it was an in and out. We left on Thursday. That was the night of our club meeting here. And then we flew home Saturday night on the red eye. So we were only there for 2 nights and then out.
Missed all the fun.
Yeah, we didn't even rent a car. I mean, we were downtown. So we just Ubered to the hotel and we stayed right across from the ball field where the graduation was, and then Ubered back to the airport and left. So.
Is it just me, or is your stash growing since the last time I saw it?
No, it hasn't.
You
Oh,
lie.
don't give him that. After the Penn Con, he came with a whole ton of stuff. You liar.
Oh, well, that's true. Well, yeah, but some other stuff is gone, Jonathan.
Oh yeah, what? Not as much as you brought in.
No, you're right. There is a shit
Come on,
ton over
man.
here in the stack though that's going.
You're starting to look like
Matter of fact, huh?
You're starting to look like Vince Jr.
No, sir. Yeah.
I
No,
would
sir.
say Jeff, but you're not even close.
Nobody's in Jeff's
It's,
league.
Yeah, nobody
So-
here is in Jeff's
yeah,
league
no
other
kidding.
than Jeff.
Speaking of, I don't know if you're thinking this far in advance, but if you're getting a table, Jeff, let me know because I want to put some stuff on it at Richmond.
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when I come to it. I'm not sure I want to sell. It's kind of nice not selling for a change.
Yeah.
Boys, my battery's dying. I'll see you next week.
Yeah. I don't
All right.
see anything on your screen saying low battery. Whatever.
No, I keep it to myself.
Yeah, nice try.
Wait, you're going black, Darren. Oh, wait, I can't see you no more.
Oh, Darren, where'd you go, Darren?
Yeah. Anyhow.
Anyhow,
Plug for the A4 group build, and yeah, that's about it.
So Darren, do you have to declare a subject?
You build what you want. You're talking about a specific squadron or?
Yeah, specific squadron, country, whatever.
Mm-mm. No, it's literally, we thought about going down that road, but this is our first group build. So we decided, nope, any scale, any kit, any livery you want to do, just it's up to you. all we ask is that involvement and, you know, share some stuff with us. What we want. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay, cool. All right. Anybody else got any by the ways? No? Well, we'll finish a
Damn, I
little
missed a
early.
ton.
What's that?
I said I missed a ton.
We'll finish a little early tonight then.
Cool.
So you guys, I think it's in 3 weeks. Will be the next one, and it'll be face to face at High Tide Games. See you then.
Sounds good.
All right.
Good night,
Good
gentlemen.
night, everybody.
See you
good
guys.
night.
Have a good night.
Y'all take care.
Have a good one.